Welcome, greetings. Jonathan Stalls here with Intrinsic Paths and the Pedestrian Dignity Creative Project. And so we are moving southbound on Wadsworth in Lakewood, Colorado. Wadsworth is a state highway, as you can feel and tell. High speeds, wide streets. A couple things I want to point out. This is video 1 of 2, where the sidewalk ends, and so much more. A couple things you'll notice: the distance at which there is a safe crossing in terms of lights and practical. You do have this kind of nice underpass next to a creek, which is plenty wide, good ramp, but you'll notice via right there just some footprints that the practical application, if someone has to catch the bus, the train station is just up there going into Denver. Got a bus stop right here, no bench on this side, there is one on the other. This is a detached sidewalk, probably a part of the new transit development going in. But what this shows is disconnect from practical trip and practical understanding of surrounding areas and the relationships between the various departments connecting these networks, and just the general public will related to pedestrian, wheelchair, powered stroller, transit, biking, any user that isn't in a vehicle. And so as we move with these videos with Pedestrian Dignity, we center the lived experience of those that have no choice but to move by foot, by wheelchair, or by bus, or by bike. And so I want you as we move, we're gonna move across this, you're gonna see footprints. I want you to feel, so bring this from the mind into the body, bring this into the heart, bring this into the crisis and the chaos of what not only are we doing to people who have to experience this in all elements, but our future generations, the planet, animals, sky, biosphere, our own public health, mental health, emotional health, the health of children, the health of families, the health of elders. We have a lot to consider as we're moving in landscapes like this. So let's move and feel. I want you to notice the sounds. I want you to imagine the smells. This is one of the most popular practical trip corridors in the Denver metro region in Lakewood, Colorado. You see things like this all the time in arterial streets in most cities. The very streets that have the most amenities and practical application for people that don't have cars. All the footprints. I want you to see all the footprints, y'all. All of them. That these arterial streets are often the most practical because of bus routes, because of commercial zoning, grocery stores, post offices, libraries, work destinations, school destinations, bus stops, bus routes, transit routes. And they're often the most neglected because we've made the car so central. It's the main thoroughfare for the car, and the car I'm pausing, look at the curb. No safety, no warnings. So this is a frontage road. And then you'll notice, I want you to really pay attention to this next one. So look at the practical, this is what they call desire lines, use lines. People are using this daily, all throughout the day. Cars are revving up their engines to get on the highway, and there ain't nothing. No signage, no awareness for such a popular corridor and such a violent intersection. See, people don't even know, even in their cars, it's confusing and complicated, which just makes it beyond violent. We're gonna dart here. So you'll see as cars kind of rev up, and it continues. So now cars, this is the ramp off the highway. So that was the ramp going westbound. This is the westbound ramp coming down, going south. And again, no features for safety, access, protection, slowing down, communicating that there are multiple modes, not just the automobile. Nothing to tell people to stop, so it's darting. Woo. And if you're in a wheelchair, and again, imagine at night, imagine in the morning, early in the morning, rush hour times, kids to school, catching that bus, running down to catch the train. So that's great that we got a little bit of sidewalk outside the new train station, but recognizing that everyone residentially living all around this area, lots of apartments and more dense use on the other side of the highway, are going to be getting and trying to get and depending to get to that station. So understanding the patterns and who are we building for. But this isn't just pointing fingers. Woo. This isn't super slippery here, y'all. Feel it, see it. This isn't just pointing fingers at cities and states and people working in these departments. While that is a big part of increasing awareness and influence, it's public will. People who are voting and speaking up and storytelling. And all right, I gotta be extra safe here. I want you to feel this, see this. So this is just as much a public will issue, a collective issue, a we can make each other safer and more comfortable, we can help each other thrive issue. It's a public health issue, it's a public safety issue, it's a sustainability, earth care, planet regeneration issue. It's a mental health issue, it's an emotional health, social health, all the things. It's far beyond just certain departments. There are so many things that play into this. It's a consumer capitalism issue because we have built so much of our environments. Here we go, we're on ramp now for people going eastbound to the city. Nothing. I mean, this is it's embarrassing. And it's shameful in so many ways. Not just to the city of Lakewood, while it is a big part of this state of Colorado, big part of it's all of us. It's me too. It's all of us. But the consumption piece that I was talking about connected to this, we build these parking lots and these strip malls. Y'all, this is just embarrassing. I know I keep getting cut off because of how awful this is. But I'm telling you, we get a little bit of a yield sign, but that's just for cars yielding cars. There ain't nothing for people. You'll see people are wanting, get me the hell out of here as soon as possible. So the final note, just on that piece, thinking about strip malls, parking lots, destinations, when we make consumption and buying the ultimate form of worthiness of human existence, it speeding up is unquestionable. It's like, I gotta get more. And so we have all these areas. Gotta park, gotta get in to buy my stuff, gotta get out, gotta leave. It's like, why don't we have plazas? Why don't we have social spaces for people to gather and be together around our destinations? It's just get in the door, make the purchase, and leave. All right, City of Lakewood, state of Colorado. general public, planners, people working in public health, people working in sustainability, you and me and you, let's do better. Please share this video. Thank you to Intrinsic Paths patrons for supporting this creative work and the Pedestrian Dignity Project. Please consider becoming a patron. Follow Pedestrian Dignity into a more human, a more planet-centric, health-centric, people-centric time. Peace and movement and justice and equity to each of you.